Hi everyone, I'm Barbie Wong. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for also the supporters, for all of you who have made comments and given me feedback. I love your questions and I also love your stories. I love it when you've shared your own personal experiences. That's really been helpful to a lot of different parents. So keep them coming. So today I'm here to talk to you about music theory. Do we need to be teaching music theory to children? Do you think that your child needs to learn music theory? You know, these are really important questions because if your child is taking music lessons, it's really nice to know what exactly they're learning. And sometimes it feels like, well, do we really need this music theory part? And the idea is that, well, there's so much to teach a child, but the thing is, music theory can really add and enrich their understanding of music. And so, you know, it's kind of like going to a different country so that you can learn that language, but then not really learning how that language functions. So you can still be a speaker. Of course, you can speak really well, just like you can play an instrument really well without really understanding how it all works. But once you understand how this instrument and how the melodies and the chords and how they are all put together, it really paints a more beautiful and more rich picture of this whole experience when it comes to making music. And so, yes, I think it's really, really important to teach children music theory, but it's also very important to teach them in the context of the actual music. I remember doing a lot of music theory workbooks when I was a kid, and honestly, during those times, like half of them, I was like, I have no idea what this really is talking about. And it's because it wasn't tied to my instrument. And so when music theory is being taught to children, it's really important that it's taught in the context of the songs that they're already playing. So for instance, you know, I teach Mary Had a Little Lamb because I teach Suzuki Book 1. So the first step is making sure that the child really understands and can play this piece that they're gonna, you know, get into with music theory, play really with proficiency, that it's memorized, that it's really, really under their skin, so to speak, that they can really hear it and feel it. So once they do that, then you can add in the music theory element. Then it makes it come alive. So I have to thank Caroline Fraser for this technique that she's taught us, and that is that once the child understands Mary Had a Little Lamb, then the teacher can go in and play this. And as you can hear, that last chord is not part of Mary Had a Little Lamb. It should be over here. And so that really can stimulate the child to go, oh, wait, what was that? What's going on there? And then that opens up this completely new world of major and minor chords and helping the child really hear what major and minor chords are. Because once they understand that, then they can get into the many different kinds of chords out there, you know, how they relate to each other, all of that. So, you know, for a lot of people who compose, I teach composing. I know that when somebody gets stuck somewhere, I have all this knowledge in terms of chord structure and how they come together in harmonies that I can say, oh, if you want to get from point A to point B, here are some steps there. And so that can be really helpful to somebody who's composing music. It's also really nice to then hear things like, oh, wait, are you serious that Taylor Swift has this same chord progression as Mozart? That's really cool. You know, then they get to see how this world of music is all tied together. So if you can make it happen, I would find a teacher that teaches music theory. And if it's not happening right now, then ask your child's teacher, hey, what can we do about making sure that my child is able to understand more deeply this music that they're playing? And then go from there. So please let me know how it goes, what happens when you ask your child's teacher, or as you venture forth looking for someone who can help your child understand music theory. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will like, subscribe, and follow, and be part of this journey with other parents. And at the very least, I hope that you live from the heart and you play with joy.